Hi, this is Kathy Deaton from Fan the Flame Ministry sharing with you nuggets of godly wisdom. This episode is titled, If God is the Water, is your spiritual faucet open or closed? Listen to this quote by Marianne Williamson. God is the water, you are the faucet. This is an awesome word picture to me that perfectly describes a life greatly used by God. If we choose to keep the faucet totally open at all times, it means we desire God's plans over our own. If you have never done this before, it might seem like you are taking several steps backward. But I can assure you that God's plans for your life are much greater and more awesome than yours ever could be. This life is merely preparation for living eternally in heaven. Many times we make decisions either to please other people or just because we want to be seen as a success in the eyes of the world. But heaven is forever and ever and ever. And what we do here is preparing us for what we will do in heaven. So even if we live to be 100, what is that compared to an eternity of forever and ever? Many times I can look back and see where I have not done what I felt led to do by God because others either didn't agree or couldn't see how important it was and greatly discouraged me. Sometimes God tells you to do hard things, but I have found that He will always give you the courage, the understanding, the strength, and the endurance to do whatever it is He has called you to do. You can do it if you depend on Him. I think many times we believe God and know He is real, but we never trust Him enough to see that He only desires the very best for our lives and continually works to bring it to pass. God chooses to use us humans to work through, but it is our choice as to how much we allow or deny Him to work supernaturally. We have the choice of keeping the faucet wide open, closing it halfway, or closing it all the way. It probably won't be an easy decision to allow God to have control. I know it wasn't for me, but I encourage you to make the decision just to take the first step. Once you do that, you'll start to see God work in ways you could never have orchestrated on your own. And you'll see that you really can trust Him to always have your best interest at heart. Make the choice each day to keep your faucet wide open so God can use you in ways you never imagined. One thing I can promise is you won't be bored. This is Kathy Deaton from Fan the Flame Ministry sharing with you nuggets of godly wisdom. Please check out my blog at whogodis.com and be sure to sign up for my monthly newsletter. I've also written Handbook for Victorious Christian Living, which gives practical ways to learn how to hear the Holy Spirit and practical ways for other foundations of the faith. I would also love to interact with you on social media, and you can sign up for podcasts in the iTunes store. Thanks for listening, and may God bless you as you learn to follow Him.